む、こんな時間によう来たの。まだ閉店時間までは間があるゆえ、ゆるりと過ごしてゆくがよい。
Hello, Renge. Kurosato took me to Cafe Lax. We were taken to a big table by the window. Come to think of it, I have just been here a while ago. Last time, it was to listen on the conversation between Arumura Hinai and Shinjo. While I was thinking about that, the person Kurosato had called walked into the cafe. They seemed upset. Is Shinjo?
Huh?
When I looked up and saw who was there, I gasped.
こんな時間によう来たの。ゆるりと過ごしてゆくがよい。
You say the same thing. Who are you, by the way? I mean, maybe there's like a running gag in like in every of these science adventure games, like in Steins Gate as well. There's like a cosplay cafe, which is a random anime girl who's just there. It's not really related to the plot. You know, I don't know. It's Hinai.
用が済んだらすぐに帰りますから。
I thought it was Shinjo, but no, it's just her.
遅かったな。私にだって準備くらいあるんです。
Haremura Hinai? It was the girl I was just thinking about.
あれ、ひなちゃんだ。どうも。これってどういうことっすかね、先輩方。
知らねえって。俺に聞かないでくれ。
True. What was she inviting Hinai here for?
っていうか、久野里さん、便利に使って巻き込むのはやめてほしいって言いましたよね。互いに情報の提供をする。そういう約束だろ。そっちばっかり私を利用してるくせに。いいから座れ。
Arumura sighed, glanced at us, and sat down with a frown on her face. There was an awkward moment after we ordered our drinks when no one spoke.
それで、何なんです？
Once our drinks arrived, Arumura, of course, was the first one to speak up. Is Arumura... if I had to guess... Because what happened last time? Well, like what happened like recently, actually. You know, how the 11th Rorschach sticker, you know, affected certain people and everything. The people who were affected supposedly had special powers and everything. I mean, if I had to guess, Arumura might also have special powers. I don't know. That's why she's acting so weird all the time. She's hiding something. Anyway.
口で説明するよりも見せた方が早いと思ってな。
Gundam, I think. Or at least something similar anyway. It could be like the parody Gundam, you know, was mentioned before.
まさか話したんですか？利用価値がありそうだと判断した。ほんと勘弁してほしいんですけど。
From the way they were talking, Arumura must have known about these powers as well. And...
つべこべ言わずに見せてやれ。
Show them? Wait, she couldn't mean...
嫌ですよ、めんどくさい。宮代拓が能力者かどうか確証を得たい。
いや、だからですね。僕はそんな。
There's no way...
間違いなく能力者ですよ。
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, there's no way me, the main protagonist of this universe, totally has, like, you know, special powers because I'm special, I'm the main character. I guess he does? No. Arumura spoke as if it was the most normal thing in the world, so that's why she was interested in us, I guess. You know? Definitely not because of her personality or her looks. Because we have special powers.
おい、本当か宮代。
信じられないよ。
だから僕は知らないって。
なるほどね。知らないというのは本当みたいです。無自覚なんですね。
Oh boy, it's the, you know, you have special powers all along, but you didn't know about it trope. I gotta stop complaining.
無自覚も何も有村はなんでそんなこと言い切れるんだよ。
あれ、思い当たる節ありませんか？
そんなのあるわけ。
If I had that power, I would have used it for something, you know, like take over the world. Just do it.
でも自分がこうなってほしいと思ったところでいつも特別なことが起きたりしたでしょ？
I mean, there's delusions, I guess.
例えば例のラブホテルに先輩が潜入した時。
Or she's talking about something else. Okay, I was thinking like, you know, we have the power of delusions. We do have that. That, you know, it could just be a very vivid imagination, but it could also be a power, I guess.
あの時部屋には確かに鍵がかかっていたんですよ。なのに先輩はどうやって入ってきたんです？
Yeah, it's just the unlocking thing. I mean, I've been mentioning it like a few times already. It's kind of like a sore spot, like how do they keep unlocking everything? I was suspecting Serica, but could it also just be us just doing that unconsciously? Is that just it? I don't know.
嘘だ。鍵は開いてた。
Kind of like a mundane superpower, you know, just I can unlock everything. So it probably is very useful in certain situations. You can unlock a
いいえ、
safe,
閉まってました。
bunch of money.
けどいきなり開いたんです。だよね、セリ。
Serica hesitated for a moment and looked at me.
確かにガチャって。
尾上。
ほら、それが宮代先輩の能力です。
My power? No way.
おそらく望んだように物体を動かす能力、いわゆるテレキネシス、
Alright.
あるいはサイコキネシスか、それを持っている。
Psychokinesis.
病院の地下施設にあんな簡単に侵入できたのもそのおかげだ。
本当かよ。
Ito was looking at me in shock. He gets no powers. You know, he's just the normie.
いや、
What a ripoff.
待ってくれ。違う。
Like, isn't it always? I don't know. Isn't it always the case? There's like, you know, characters that get involved in the plot, but then they're nothing special. So they just don't do much in the story. Is what tends to happen, unless they themselves also get powers. But then it gets ridiculous. But then because everyone gets powers at that point. Anyway, sure. When I got into the psych ward and the underground lab, a lot of coincidences had happened all at once. Doors that would normally be locked weren't. When I'd gone down to the underground facility from the autopsy room, something had gotten stuck and I'd been able to open the secret door. But
そんな特殊な能力なんて本当にあるわけ。
it's not psychic powers, it's called the Force, you see? And everyone has these things called midichlorians.
でもさ、宮代言ってたよな。今回の事件の鍵かもしれないって。
Gotta get a lightsaber.
それはそうだけど。
Sure, I've been saying it just a little while ago, but only after being told that I was a psychic did I understand. I hadn't actually really believed it. When I said it out loud, it acted like some brilliant theory, but in my mind I'd still been treating it as fiction, as if my whole life is a fiction. As if this entire visual novel is fiction. But I mean, you know, right? How could I have something so crazy?
先輩、今から言う質問にすべていいえで答えてください。
は？なんだよいきなり。
No.
いいから答えてください。
Okay, I thought I was gonna start doing it now.
はい。
I nodded since it didn't seem like I was going to be given a chance to disagree.
自分のクラスの人間はバカばっかりだと思っている。
Oh. Is she a mind... Okay, Is she a mind reader? Is that what it is? She's a mind reader.
いいえ。
でも本当はその輪の中に入りたいと思っている。
いいえ。
一人でカラオケに行ったことがある。
いいえ。
一人でカラオケに行ったけれど 一曲も歌ってはいない。
いいえ。
クルス先輩と一緒に暮らしていた時、クルス先輩のお風呂を覗いちゃったことがある。
何？
いいえ。
なるほど、わかりました。
Either she's either she's a mind reader, because that was there's very specific situations she just named off, and most of them are true. I don't know about the bathroom one, but again, either she's a mind reader or she has the ability to know when someone's lying. That could also be a thing as well. That's what I'm thinking. That's why he says no. He's like, she's telling him to say no to make sure whether or not he's lying about something. Arumura nodded and smiled.
わかったって何が？
まず最初の質問。宮代先輩はみんなバカばっかりだと思ってますね。
そんなことは。
それから次。そうは言っても本当は寂しくてみんなの輪の中に入りたいとそう思ってます。
Yep, you just broke down his entire character in a couple of sentences.
違う。僕は何の生産性もない会話になんて。
カラオケに一人で行きましたね。
それは新聞部の取材で言っただけだ。でも歌っては。
それは嘘です。
何？
え？
I knew it.
本当は歌いました。
歌ってない。
一曲だけですか？
だから歌ってないってば。
なるほど。一曲だけ歌ったんですね。
おい、宮代、本当か？お前あれだけ歌ってないって否定してたよな。
Arumura, how do you know this stuff? It seemed like a waste, so I did sing one song. Anime song, probably.
お風呂でクルス先輩を。
もういい、やめろ。
Oh, is that true?
タク。
My god. Creeping on your stepsister. That's a literal porn plot. Anyway, Serika pushed down on her Garo Froggy strap and made a noise like you lose buzzer on a game show. This is a TV variety show or something?
違うんだ。あれはユードがいたずらして今なら誰も入ってないって言うからドアを開けたら、それに慌てて目をつぶったから何も見てない。本当だぞ。
Okay. Do you have any idea what hell I went through after that? Again, she's got to be a mind reader, because it could be both actually. She could be able to mind read and also tell lies, or how to tell who is lying, like a lie detector. Or it could be, I don't know, it could be she just guessed that, because that was very specific. I don't know. Oh, she is. Well, then again, Arumura is like No-No's friend, right? Or acquaintance, at least. Maybe she somehow knew about that, got that information out of her somehow. I don't know. Anyway, just remembering it terrified me. Wait, no.
それが一体何だって言うんだ。
わかりませんか？今のが私の能力です。
え？
他人の口にした言葉が嘘か真実かわかる。
Okay.
それが私の能力なんです。
Those were some very specific questions, though. I don't know. Either she's just very perceptive and knows about a ton of secrets about everyone, or that was all just guessing. In which case, she's very good at guessing. I guess. Yes. Very good guessing. She could tell if someone was lying. And then I finally realized the way Urumara had acted and the things she'd said.
言葉に出してもらってもいいですか？
Was that what that was about?
彼女の言ってること、本当かな？
That's an interesting concept, actually. I don't know, it's probably been explored in other stories, but when you think about it, someone who can, tell what's a lie or not, that's a kind of a difficult life to lead, because as it turns out, human beings probably lie all the time, and you're gonna have a lot of trust issues and everything. But I don't know, she's pretty popular in school though, so I don't know. Maybe she's learned to deal with it.
いや、ホットリーディングやコールドリーディングって可能性もあるし。
Hot reading? I know what. Well, cold reading is like saying something vague, you know, and then making it seem that you knew all along about something, right? Like, oh, I think someone is sick in your family, and then the other person says, "You're right, it's my dad," right? Oh, okay, it's your dad that's sick, or whatever. It seems that it's as if you knew all along that the person's dad is sick, for example. What's hot reading though? I'm not entirely sure. How do I? What's the button? I think hot reading, it's very similar, I guess. It's just that, okay, so a center needs to use the art of conversation, observation, intuition to gain information about a target, makes them believe they have spiritual psychic powers, used in counseling therapy, police interrogation, sales, and unlike hot reading, it's not necessarily a form of fraud. Okay. Hot reading, I think hot reading is like the same, except you actually do know like a small bit of their secrets or whatever. I think? Or maybe, I don't know, let's see. A method primarily used by self-proclaimed psychics and spiritualists, or agents, are used to learn about a target or subject in advance. The psychic then pretends that the information was gained through clairvoyance and mind reading to make it seem as if they have special power. Okay, so they know about something already, they just pretend that, it's magical, whatever. Hotto kaddo.
Hotto reading?
Readingu reminds me of the other game in the series.
つまり事前に調査してって後で自分で調べろ。
The way she said readingu, anyway.
ああ、もういい。面倒だ。
I can't say it because it's spoilers anyway. Kurosato looked annoyed and bored as she watched our conversation.
あれを見せてやれ。それが一番早い。
あれですか？こんなところで？
Show him? Show him what?
多分、宮代以外には見えないはずだ。
そうかもしれません。けど。
Adamura looked toward the ground. Show me something? Wait, what was she gonna show me? Her panties? She nodded reluctantly and then suddenly stood up in front of me.
宮代先輩。
何？
よく見ててください。
Mm-hmm. And then she lifted up her skirt. Yep. I predicted it. No, that's not what happened. Okay. Alright. Okay. It's rock and paper. I'll throw scissors and I lose either way, I guess. I don't know. What are you gonna show me? I almost asked, but then I stopped. Suddenly, she stretched her right hand out to the side. She inhaled slowly, and then seemed to draw something out of the air. Is she gonna... I know what she's gonna do. As I sat there, astonished, she pulled something impossible out of empty air. There you go. It was warped yet elegant, ugly yet fascinating. It was inorganic and organic at the same time. It was as if it contained every shape in the world. It was a giant anime cosplay sword. Reminds me of a Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts. Wasn't this the same thing Kurosato had at her apartment? Yeah, it's a D sword. The shape was different, but had the same terrible feeling to it. Adamura had just pulled it out of thin air. Adamura looked unhappy as she saw my shock.
やっぱり見えるんですね。
Okay, so it's the trope where only the special people can see the special weapons, I guess.
何の話？
Okay, damn it. Personally, I wanted Sarika to be the one with the special powers. It would be quite a twist, you know? And she'd be like the main villain that was like trying to like make Takeru try to like go through the case all along or something. But I guess this proves that she doesn't have any special powers. Unless she's also still pretending. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too suspicious of her. And obviously Shinji, he's just a normie. You know, always the male, like the male side character. either they just, they're just there for moral support for the most part, or they just might betray us at the very end, who knows. Serika and Ito both shook their heads.
そんなバカな。
It was huge. How could they not see it? Her giant D sword. I quickly looked around the room. But no one else, not the customers or the employees, was looking at the thing in Arumura's hands. No, they couldn't see it.
これで決まりだな。
Well, I don't know if I should say it, but I do have some exposure to Chaos Head, so this isn't the biggest surprise, But I do wonder why they just summoned giant anime cosplay swords. I don't know if it'll ever be explained.
どういうことなんですか、これ。
Anyway, special people, they can summon the super weapons.
今、有村ひなえが手にしているもの。それが能力者の証だ。ディソードと呼ばれている。
Yep, D-Sword. 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 That's a funny name.
ディソード。
I heard her use that word before. I didn't realize that she was talking about this, though.
その状態のディソードは能力者にしか目視できない。つまり、それが見えるお前は間違いなく能力者ということだよ。
I can feel my suspension of belief it's just so hard. It's so hard to stay grounded and not throw this game out the window just because they can summon anime swords. But I don't know, mini rant, I kind of hate it when random anime teenagers in their school uniforms can just summon swords, and just fantasy weapons. It just doesn't make sense. How this sword just doesn't fit this picture. She should be wearing armor or something, like fantasy armor. It would make sense in a magic fantasy setting. But this is modern Japan, and then she can summon a giant sword. It makes no sense to me. But I don't know. Maybe that's the point. Maybe it's because it's so weird. That's the idea. Anyway, I gotta try and just not complain too much. Kurosato's cold voice dropped even lower than usual.
でも僕、そんな能力なんて本当に使った覚えもないし。
Yeah, you can't remember that. Well, you probably learn how to because you're also special. You just don't know how to do it. But anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna reserve my decision. I'm gonna reserve my decision on how I feel about this game until the very end. So I'm not gonna write it off yet.
でも事
We'll
実
see how this plays out, I guess. I couldn't believe it. I have very high expectations of this visual novel. But so much was going through my head that I couldn't think. I looked over at the D sword again. D sword. Arumura fiddled with it and snorted. Yeah, she fiddled with the D sword.
まあ、同じギガロマニアックス同士、もう少し仲良くしときますかね、先輩。
Gigalomaniacs.
ギガロマニアックス。
It just reminds me of gigolos, or gigolos, I guess. I remember Kunosato using that word before, so if I had to guess, Gigalomaniacs is just the word we use for people who can do this. They have powers. They're called Gigalomaniacs.
我々は能力者のことをそう呼んでいる。ギガロマニアックスと。
Yep, because why? I don't know. For fun, I guess.
呼び方なんかどうでもいいです。それよりやっぱり信じられません。僕のサイコキネシスとかそんなの非科学的です。
Unscientific.
ああ。
This is science fiction, though, but
お前がイメージしやすいようにそう言っただけだ。実際はもっと科学的な概念が存在する。
科学的？
I looked at the Arumura's sword skeptically. Scientific? That? Well, I mean, Steins Gate also had a bunch of quote-unquote scientific concepts, but but none of them are actually scientific. It's just fantasy, science fiction, but anyway.
ああ、無理ですよ、久野里さん。説明とかしてもさっぱりわかんないと思います。 ちなみに私は一つも理解できてません。
Oh no, is she gonna do the exposition thing? She's gonna, throw a bunch of techno babble at us?
お前と一緒にすんな。僕はこれでも。
And then give us like a simple metaphor at the end, for the dumb people to understand or something? I don't know.
はいはい。
Damn it, she was pissing me off. For giant anime sword, I'm jealous.
ただ最低限のことだけは覚えておけ。ギガロマニアックスの能力をカートゥーンに登場するような超能力と同じように使
Your
う。
Japanese cartoons.
そんな安易なものでも愉快なものでもない。
Okay. So don't pretend you're in an anime, even though you are in an anime. Well, your anime adaptation actually really sucked, so maybe that's why.
何が違うって言うんです。
ギガロマニアックスの能力とは簡単に言えば自らの妄想を現実に変換する力だ。
妄想現実に
Mm-hmm.
変換？
What was she talking about? It's not as if the main mechanic of this visual novel has something to do with my special powers. Anyway, that wasn't scientific at all.
ディラックの海という言葉をまあ知らないだろうな。
Dirac Sea. Yep, another term.
ディラックの海。
No context, alright? Dirac Sea. Serica started to fidget on the sofa. She probably couldn't follow what we were talking about at all, but she could tell that I was nervous. From an outsider's perspective, you're all just weird, anime otaku talking about an anime.
確か量子力学の中の概念ですよね。
Oh boy, quantum mechanics.
ほう、驚いたな。一階の高校生が知っているとは。
I mean, every science, especially anime these days, they just rely on quantum theory to just make magic bullshit, be in their story. But anyway, for some reason, a lot of people in the Japanese internet love relativity theory and quantum mechanics. Schrodinger's cat, for example, had been discussed so many times by now that it was considered an embarrassment to even bring it up. That's what I was saying. I feel like almost, I don't know, a lot of modern anime anyway. Even manga as well. I remember reading one manga where like it started off with a kind of a cool premise, but then at the very middle of it, I can't remember the name of the manga, but like two teenage anime characters, they just started talking about quantum mechanics out of nowhere. They even say while they were talking to each other, why would a bunch of teenagers talk about the philosophical debate of quantum mechanics? Well, never mind that. Let me just, copy and paste some articles from Wikipedia to your face. I don't know. That's when I dropped it because it became too ridiculous. But anyway. So I knew a little. I've read STEINS Gate.
エネルギーに満たされた空間だと定義するんですよね。で、そこをディラックの海って呼ぶ。
Dirac Sea.
ああ、そうだ。ディラックの海はマイナスエネルギーに満ちた世界ということになる。
Yep, negative energy. Kurosato looked at Aomura's hand as she held the D sword. And then Aomura smiled a little wickedly.
で、そのなんとかの海とこの剣を使って妄想を現実にできるんですよ。リアルブートっていうらしいですけどね。
More techno babble. Yep, real boot. A real boot. Are you wearing your feet? No.
ディソードは剣の形をしているが、実はただの武器じゃない。ディラックの海に干渉し、現実との間のパイプとなる端末だ。
Mm-hmm. So they're like keys that affect the world and also the Dirac Sea or whatever. But they're also giant anime. I don't know. I can't get over the fact they're giant anime swords.
ギガロマニアックスがその端末を持ち、
Why do they have to be anime swords?
本来、現実空間の中に存在できないはずの負のエネルギーを引き出すことができる。すると、ホールセオリーによるペアクリエーションで粒子と反粒子が生まれる。それがエラーとなって他人の脳のデッドスポットに影響を与えるんだ。
I imagine a real scientist would just say no. Like, no, it's not how it works, but alright.
脳の デッドスポッ
I
ト
mean, I'm not saying I'm a scientist, but I can like tell this is just all made up. This is not real. It's like just theoretical. Not how it works. Arumoto seems to only half understand this stuff herself, but I'm completely lost at this point.
デッドスポットというのは人間の脳における視覚野の視覚だよ。そこに影響を与えられるということは、つまり自分の妄想をそこへ送り込み、妄想通りのものを相手に見せられるということだ。
Okay. So blind spots in your brain, apparently. Is it like visuals? I mean, she said blind spots. Is it visually? Is it only visually? What's it say? Oh yeah, just the visual error. Okay. The target sees your delusion.
しかも、相手にとってそれは完全な現実として認識される。
Completely real phenomenon. So if I had to guess, it's kind of like, you're affecting someone else's brain. Apparently, I know that's what you're saying anyway, and making something that normally they would just be imagining into reality by affecting their senses. I assume not just visually, but everything about them: touch, taste, smell. You know, everything. Just like affecting their brain to make it seem as if it's real, even though technically it's not real, or whatever, something like that.
で
Like making an
そんな
illusion.
のただの幻覚じゃないですか。
Yeah, well, like a
催眠
hallucination,
術
yeah.
と同じですよ。
No different than hypnosis. But like, well, I don't know. It's probably like a hallucination or illusion that's so real that it becomes real. You know, that kind of like idea.
催眠術？そうか。じゃあ、その妄想を自分の周りの人間全員がリアルな現実だと共通認識してしまったらどうだ？
Ah, yes, that touches upon what is it called? I forgot what it's called. There's like a scientific word, I guess. What's it called? Empirical evidence, something like that. It's like something that you can feel again with all your five senses. That's what we consider reality. And if everyone, you know, reaches consensus that, for example, this apple is red, then all apples are red, right? But then what if you could affect that, I guess, is the idea. What if somehow you could convince everyone in the entire world that apples are not red, there's some other color, like the purple or whatever. If you could do that somehow, then apples will be purple instead, is the idea, I guess.
共通認識
And that's how, you know, she summons a giant anime sword. I don't know. That's how they do that, I guess. I don't know.
そうだ。さらにそれが渋谷中の人間の共通認識になったら、
Just Shibuya? I guess not the entire
そ
world.
してその共通認識が東京中の人間、日本中の人間、果ては世界中の人間にまで広がっていったとしたら、
Oh, yeah, yeah.
一体誰がそれを現実じゃないと否定できるんだ？
それは
そうしたら妄想はすでに作り事でも幻覚でもなくなる。紛れもない現実と化すんだよ。だからそれはリアルブートと呼ばれている。
Real booting. So that's what the concept is. Somehow changing everyone else's perception of like an object, or making an object seem as if they're appearing out of thin air. You know, if everyone believes in it, then it becomes real, I guess. Assuming you can do that.
そんなバカな。だってそんなことで現実がねじ曲げられるなんて。
Yeah, it's reality, man. It's like the Matrix, you know? You know the Matrix? It's just basically that. It's the Matrix. I rub my head with my fingers, trying to make some sense out of all this.
仮にいいですか？仮にですよ。僕がそのギガロマニアックスだったとして。
Gigalomaniacs.
だけ
Again.
ど閉まってるドアの鍵を開けるとか、そんな風に妄想が物理現象にまで影響を与えるなんて不可能ですよ。
It would be nice if, I don't know, did they define Gigalomaniacs in the tip list? Sometimes, I mean, sometimes they they define cartoon. I know what a cartoon is, but what about all these like techno babble that you've been throwing at us, you know, like Gigalomaniac? It would be nice for a definition, but I guess they don't give you the definition for that. This is all just made up terms. Gigalomaniac. Or, you know, sometimes, you know, it is. I mean, sometimes they are real words. It's just not obviously applied in such a way that turns it into like a fantasy world, you know? Sometimes, you know, some of these theories are real. It's just, you know, it's just all theoretical. It's not like it's all like a thought experiment, not something that you can actually do. You can't just summon a giant anime sword out of nowhere.
私たち含め研究者たちも当初はそう考え楽観視していた。だがそんな甘いものじゃなかったんだ。
え？
物理現象すらねじ曲げるんだよ。ギガロマニアックスの妄想とそれによって共通認識化された現実は。だからこそそれはこの上なく危険なんだ。
Okay, so I feel like that's the implication. I mean, if it weren't enough, you know, not like on the nose enough, the fact that she's wearing a lab coat, she's probably one of the researchers on that team studying about all of this. That's why she knows so much about it, and she probably participated in those experiments in the hospital down below, studying Gigalomaniacs, probably. Oh, do I wonder? Well, I think yeah, she's a Gigalomaniac herself, so that's I guess a thing as well. Because I remember in her apartment, she also had like a D sword, just you know, just on the floor somehow for some reason. She just left it there, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, she can also see the sword too. So she's herself as a Gigalomaniac. I remember though, she mentioned something of how like she hated people like Adamura, you know. And I assume she meant like a Gigalomaniac, so she hates Gigalomaniacs, but she herself is a Gigalomaniac, I guess. Gigalomaniac. It's a funny word now. Everything is a funny word now. Gigalomaniac. D sword. I looked at Adamura's sword and back at Kunosato. Adamura was still smiling as she held the sword in front of me. I couldn't tell if the light it gave off was holy or evil, but for a moment it was so beautiful that I shivered. Is it? I mean, it kind of looks like a rising of a butterfly, I guess, sort of, maybe. Maybe that's her. Well, actually, when you think about it, that's kind of like very fitting, you know, the idea of a butterfly representing Adamura. You know, she looks so you know, beautiful and cute, but you know, butterflies themselves are not actually. I don't know. They're not as cute as you think. Anyway. October 11, 2015, Sunday. If anything, the bright colors tend to be like a warning to other, you know, potential predators for the butterfly. Anyway. The town was filled with noise that threatened to swallow her whole. Okay. New sprite. But that was just the way she wanted it. Did we see this before? I don't think so. This like long-haired, like pink-haired lady. Shibuya was a town that accepted anybody and rejected everyone. It was the only place that would let her be a part of it now. She moved her legs forward valiantly amidst the hustle and bustle. Forward, forward. Each step she took, her face twisted with horrible pain. Or at least that's how it seemed to her. She didn't know if the pain was actually appearing on her face. Her face was covered with scars, shielded by long hair that hid her hate. Really long hair. Like, she also never... Well, let's see. Yeah, I think she is. Okay, so I think she is the girl who was dragging her leg or whatever. It says right there. And here are dragging her leg right now, actually. But she dragged her legs down the streets, knowing Shibuya stopped to look at her. I was gonna say that, you know, she has a very long hair, and also she hasn't bathed in such a long time. It's gotta be a lot of split ends, you know? Her hair is probably a big mess. She was grateful for that. At the same time, she hated it. Very like greasy hair, actually. It's kind of disgusting. Anyway, a flame burned within her womb. Within her womb, it was a flame of hatred. She was nothing but hatred now. The businessmen who passed by her on the street, the empty-headed students, the happy couples, the miserable-looking old people. She hated everyone. Reminds me of a song. I hate everyone. Na, na, na. No. She hated them most of all. She hated the ones who had abandoned her. She hated the ones who done this to her. If they hadn't abandoned her, this never would have happened. The hatred burned within her womb. Why her womb? Is this gonna be weird? Something about her, like, you know, being pregnant and getting an abortion or something? No, she was the hatred. The power she gained that day, it was all for this. Only the joy of revenge drove her forward. I love her already. I love revenge. I love revenge stories, by the way. I always love characters that have their motivations just be revenge. It's a classic tale of, you know, revenge. Forward and forward. And then, she didn't notice that the people who passed by her turned back in surprise. She didn't realize it herself. And he is smiling. But the woman was laughing. She was laughing so hard that anyone could hear her. Like black smoke from a flame rising toward the sky. She raised her voice and laughed. What's so funny? Oh, okay. Amy again and Max Caddy, how goes it? Miyashiro is awakening. Not completely yet. What else? He seems to finally remembered their existence? Yes. What of the sin is he committed? Not yet. Understood. It's almost the day of judgment. Oh no. Judgment. Who's Amy? Who is this, like, phone text? I don't know. I guess we'll find out maybe later. Who's, like, texting each other. October 12th, 2015, Monday. When's the next killing, by the way? The date of the New Generation Madness.
おい、あれじゃね？ほら、今流行ってる。
マジでやばくね？てか、流行るっておかしくね？呪われるんしょ？マジやばくね？
ほれ、一枚持ってこうぜ。
やばいってそれ、マジやばいって。
あ、先輩、あれ例のやつじゃないですか？
例のって？
え？先輩知らないですか？歴史シール。
歴史シール？
いや、また嘘っしょ？知ってて言ってるんしょ？
いや、マジで知らないって。
マジっすか？今めっちゃ流行ってるっすよ。
Are they?
流行ってんの？あんな気持ち悪いのが？
いや、流行ってるってのとは違うが、ほら、例の連続殺人事件、あれの現場にあったって話っすよ。
あのシールが？なんで？
なんでかは知らないっすけど、でもなんか意味あるんじゃないっすか？
歴史シールね。なんかそのまんますぎだろ。もっといいネーミングねえのかよ。
ほら、ここにもあるじゃん、歴史シール。うわ、めっちゃ増えてんじゃん。あ、てか、あんた何やってんの？これちょっと可愛くない？ほら、カバンとかつけたら。うっそ、可愛いとかマジウケるんだけど、どんな趣味よ？絶対これ流行るって、マジで。ねえ、あんたもそう思うっしょ？
それ近づけんのやめて。見てるとなんか気持ち悪くなんだよね。ほら、気持ち悪いっつってんじゃん。
うっそ、可愛いって絶対。
Okay, if I had to guess,
それ何つけてるんですか？
people are getting mind controlled. You know, whoever's the, I guess, the culprit behind all of these 11th Rorschach stickers, you know? They're like subtly controlling people to make it as it seems like it's as if it's a good thing, you know? So they're like spreading all these stickers even more through random people, I guess, if I had to guess.
あ、これほら、 例の力士シールおしゃれっしょ。
あ、いいですねそれ。
でしょでしょ。これ流行らそうよ。 T シャツとかにでっかくプリントとか可愛くない？
でも不謹慎とか言われそうじゃないですか？
ああ、不謹慎中とかうざいよねマジで。でも大丈夫じゃない？みんなで着ればさ。
If we all wear them.
なんかグッズとか作ります？
いいね。
That's how fashion works.
可愛いかも。
ちょい考えますか。
You know, it isn't about whether or not something looks good subjectively. It's whether or not, you know, everyone else is doing it too.
どうしたん？
なんか焦げ臭くね？
ああ、ここあったらしいぜ。
何が？
なんかほら、最近この辺で火つけて回ってるやついるらしいじゃん。連続放火？
ああ、なんか聞いたそれ。
それもほれ、あれのせいじゃねえの？呪いのシールとかって。
あれなんなのマジで。あれと一緒なんだろ、前のほら。
ニュージェネだろ。
そう、それニュージェネ。あれの真似なんだろ。渋谷マジやばいって。
Someone's burning? Are they burning the stickers?
今回の事件の日付はすべてニュージェネレーションの狂気と呼ばれる6年前の事件と一致しております。そこにどのような関連があるのかが注目されているわけですが、これについてはいかがでしょう？
そうですね。関連があるのはほぼ間違いないでしょうね。ただ現時点で全ての事件が同一犯であると決めつけるのはまだ時期尚早ではないかと思います。
それはどうしてでしょう？
現場に残されていたという力士シールは渋谷の街中のどこにでもあるという話ですし、入手するのは比較的簡単なんですね。したがって何者かが同一犯の犯行とみなすために現場に残したという可能性も考えられます。
その場合はやはり捜査の混乱を狙ったということでしょうか？
そういうことになりますね。特に今のようなネット社会ではそうした情報は早く出回りますし、騒ぎに乗じた便乗殺人ということもないとは言い切れないでしょうね。
This is copycat.
まだまだ謎の多い事件ですね。こちらの事件に関しては後ほど改めましてたっぷりと検証していきたいと思います。さて次のニュースはこちらも東京渋谷ですね。連続放火事件のニュースです。
Yeah, well, that's weird. That's like another thing. Well, as far as I know, let's see. The New Generation Madness. I guess it was never really explained all that in depth in this one, but I think I did learn that the New Generation Madness cases were something that happened in Chaos Head. And, well, we'll see, I guess. But I don't think it's connected to what's happening now, but who knows? I have no idea, actually. Oh, the Resistance. Resistance of the Looming Pass. October 12th, 2015, Monday.
しかし信じられないな。まさかAH 東京総合病院でそんなことが。
Shinjo Takeshi frowned as he leaned back into the sofa inside the messy office. Frisia Corporation was located on the second floor of an old multi-purpose building in Sakuragaoka. At this hour, the 20 or so desks in the room were mostly empty, but that didn't mean things weren't busy. Investigation companies like FreeAsia did a lot of work outside the office. It was precisely because they were busy that there was no one here. 3 people were having a serious discussion inside the empty office.
まあ、新庄ちゃんが疑いたくなる気持ちはわかるけど。
In front of him was the CEO of FreeAsia. I don't know to say it right. FreeAsia. Momose Katsuko.
お前なんかに嘘をついて何の得がある？
Kunosato Mio was sitting further away from him, not even bothering to conceal her displeasure. It was clear she had no intention of being friendly with him. Well, knowing what we know now, it is kind of far-fetched to believe Mio, especially as Shinjo, like all this magic fantasy bullshit. But, which makes me wonder, actually, what's her power, by the way? You know, everyone has a special power, I guess. What can she do? I don't know.
もちろん信じないと言っているわけじゃない。あの病院にいろいろ妙な噂があることだって知っている。それにこうして生きた証人もいることだし。
Shinjo looked at the other person on the sofa. Oh, there's yeah, tiny little girl.
あの子が本当に施設で被害者たちの世話を？
ああ、そうだ。
今彼女から事情は聞けそうかな。
やってみてもいいが、失望するだけかもしれないぞ。
え？それがね。
私、帰ります。
She's just crying. You just took her away from her home.
お願いします。
I mean, I imagine.
私、帰ります。あそこに返してください。お願いします。
Yeah, we just literally kidnapped her because I imagine she's so young, you know, that she probably lived her whole life in that, you know, hospital basement as like a caretaker. So that's her entire life. So.
ずっとこの調子。帰りたいの一点張り。何を聞いたってろくに話してくれやしない。
百瀬さんが苦戦するのは珍しいな。
Shinjo stood up and dragged off his chair over to the sofa the girl was sitting on. Well, time to interrogate her police style. Where were you on the night of the murder? He sat down as slowly as he could so as not to scare her and looked at her at eye level.
山添浮君?
He tried to speak as softly as he could, but she still shivered at his voice. I don't talk to cats.
怖がらなくていい。僕はおまわりさんだ。
おまわりさん。
そうだ。だから安心していい。
おまわりさんなら助けてください。
もちろんだと思う。だから教えてほしいんだ。君を真っ暗な地下室に閉じ込めたのは誰？
私、あの人にさらわれてきたんです。だから助けてください。元の場所へ返してください。
Yamazui Uki looked at Kunosato for just an instant and looked back to Shinjo begging.
これで私も立派な誘拐犯だな。逮捕してみるか。
I mean, yes. This is a kidnapping. I mean, unless she has real parents somewhere. I don't think she does. She's probably like, I don't know. If I had to guess, she's like an orphan, you know, that was like given to the hospital or something. Or maybe she's like, I don't know, a weird clone of someone. That could be a thing as well.
チャーチャーを入れないでくれ。なあ、ウキ君。何か勘違いしているようだけど、君は地下でひどいことをさせられてたんだ。だからこうして助け出されたんだよ。
Made to do terrible things. I don't know. She's been like taking care of everyone. I don't know if she's been doing terrible things. But I guess that's as far as we know.
何もありません。私はただ皆さんのお世話をしていただけです。それが私の仕事です。だから戻らないといけないんです。私がいないと皆さんが困ってしまいます。
That is true. Everyone would just freaking starve without her. That explained why even a veteran like Momose was having trouble. Shinjo looked at the two and shrugged. Well, I've done all I could.
でしょ?
Asked her like 2 questions and that's it.
聞いた限りだと地下の環境はかなり劣悪ですよね。普通女の子がそんなところに帰りたいって思うもんですかね。
私ならごめんこむるわね。まあ、うちも仕事内容の劣悪さじゃ負けてないと思うけど。
Momose chuckled.
そいつの頭皮を見てみたが、ロボトミーや電気ショックの痕跡はない。ちゃんと脳の検査をしないと断定はできないが、多分長年の軟禁生活で自分の境遇に疑問を抱かなくなってしまったんだろう。
Well, I mean, the best way to probably get her to talk is to simply, at least, I don't know, try to go to the basement hospital and expose it and send the patients to like a better facility, you know? It looks pretty dirty down there. It's still a hospital, I guess, but someone has to take care of those people. Are you just gonna let them all die or something? I mean, I imagine it's pretty hard though, because the hospital is controlled by some weird, you know, shadow organization probably.
虐待されてる子供と同じか。
Yeah, Stockholm syndrome, I guess, is the idea. But I'm actually on the little girl's side though. Someone has to take care of those people. Hello?
どうしたもんかな。
Like they've all been messed up and lobotomized and everything, but still living beings at the very least. So like, you should hire some people, or I don't know. Shinjo looked back at the girl, who now seemed as if she was about to cry, and started to scratch his head. As of now, the police had no reason to make a move on AH General Hospital. None of the evidence he gathered had been acquired by legal means. But I don't know. I guess that's kind of true, but still, now you know, so like, who cares? Just do it. He'd hoped that Yamazui's Uki's testimony will allow her to function as a whistleblower, but that was looking unlikely.
あ、そうだ。ウキ君、この少年を知ってるね。
Shinjo took a smartphone out of his pocket. It was one he borrowed from the younger officers. He picked out Miyashiro's Takaru's photo from the ones he'd taken of the people involved at the Hikihyo Academy photo shoot.
彼のスマートフォンを君は拾ったはずだ。彼がそう証言してる。
その人なら何回か会いました。でも、そのスマートフォンって一体何ですか?
She doesn't know what smartphone is. Also, she met him several times. Is that true? I only remember like one time. Like in person anyway.
は? 何?
その子ね、最近のものは何も知らないわよ。
Shinjo thought for a moment, then pointed to his own phone.
これがスマホだ。これと似たようなものを彼が落として君が拾った。覚えてないかな?
Uki stared at the phone in his hands, then nodded softly.
やっぱりそうか。で、それをどうした?
落ちていた場所にすぐに戻しました。
戻した?
Put it back.
君が持って行ったんじゃなくて?
I mean, yeah, that's about, well, not exactly what I said, but like, you know, she was just a nice girl. She just put it, you know, in the lost and found box or something, but no, she just put it on the floor, I guess.
持ってなんていきません。なんだかわからないものは怖いです。
でも、宮代くんによれば、そのスマホから電話がかかってきたって言うんだ。君がやったんじゃないのか?
I guess someone else took the phone out. Not her.
スマホというのはそうやって写真を見る機会じゃないんですか? 電話もかけられるんですか?
Momose giggled a little. Shinjo glared at her, then turned the phone around and brought up a number from the address book. He tapped the number. The phone rang for a moment, and then an extremely irritated voice answered.
はい。もしもし、有村ですけど。
ほら、こうやって電話ができるんだよ。な?
Okay, it was just showing an example. Shinjo turned up the volume so that Uki could hear it. Uki didn't seem to care.
そうですか。もしもし、一体何なんです？用がないなら切りますよ。私これからランチなんで。
いや、用ならあるんだ。しかも大事な用が。悪いんだけど、ちょっと力を貸して。
お断りします。
即答はないだろ
う。Okay.
ねえ、新庄さん。 私ってあなたの恋人かなんかですか？何かっていうとすぐに電話してきていやらしい。
And also illegal.
いやいやいや、待て。別にそういうつもりじゃ。
No, actually, well, depends on how old she is. I guess in Japan, the age of consent is a bit lower. I think is it 16? I don't know, anyway. Might depend on the prefecture as well, I don't know.
よくない。困ってるんだ。助けてくれよ。
うわ、出た。女の敵の決まり文句。それでお小遣いをせびったり、お金のために変なバイトをさせたりするんですよね。最低のダメ人間。
真面目に聞いてくれよ。大切な話なんだ。頼む。
Shinjo finally managed to quiet her down and told her about AH Tokyo General and Yamazui Uki. Okay. They're kind of like a funny duo. Anyway. And then he asked Uki a few more detailed questions, this time so she could hear. And as a result...
どうだ、有村さん。
全部白ですよ。真っ白。その子、嘘は一つもついてません。あと、今回の一連の事件についても本当に何にも知らないですね。その子が犯人と関係あるとか思ってます？だったら空振りもいいとこですよ。
Oh yeah, when you think about it, you know, Adamura being like a lie detector is probably very useful to a cop, actually. Though then you wonder sometimes maybe Adamura is lying about her lying detecting skills, you know? Like sometimes she knows what the suspect is saying is like a lie or like a truth, but then she hides it from Shinjo sometimes, maybe? I don't know. That could be a thing later on.
そっか。
Maybe she's lying for this little girl, I don't know. Well, Shinjo's shoulders slumped when he heard that. He saw that Kunosato's did, too. She probably thought she could learn a lot what she wanted to know from Yamazui Yuki. Kunosato frowned and looked at the ceiling.
有村さん、助かった。ありがとう。今度なんかご馳走するよ。
はあ？それってもしかしてデートに誘ってるつもりですか？だったら絶対に嫌なんですけど。
未成年をデートになんて誘ったら警察クビだよ。じゃ、またな。
Okay.
またって、もうこういうのやめてくださいよ。何度言ったらわかるんですか？
Oh. They're like definitely like a ship. Anyway, he ended the call before Aotamura could say anything further, and finally the room fell quiet. I mean, he's not. I mean, I don't know. He's not that old. I don't think. I don't know. I don't. What's like? How old is Shinjo? I think I did say like everyone's like saying he's like super old and everything. He's actually not that old. I think he's like in his early 20s. It's not that old. Anyway, no one spoke for a while. The only sound was Yamazui Uki mumbling, "I want to go home," as she stared at her feet. Wait.
まあ、その子に関してはもう少しうちで預かることにするわ。って言っても、食事と寝る場所の提供くらいで大したことはできなさそうだけど。
Momose stood up and rode her tired neck. There was an unhealthy popping sound.
それでも十分助かります。
あっちの方は一からやり直しか。
一からってことはないさ。地下施設の本格的な操作ができないか手を考えてみる。
なんとかなるの？正式な手続きを踏んだところでまたどこかから圧力がかかるわよ。
でしょうね。
でしょうねってあんた。
ま、そこら辺は適当に口実をでっち上げます。ダメならダメでやりようはあると思うんで。それにお天道様の元にさらしてしまえばいくらなんでも無視はできないでしょうからね。なんです？何かおかしなことを言いましたか？
似てきたじゃない？あの人に。
そいつは喜んでいいんですかね。
Remind her of who?
どうかしら。少なくともいい死に方はしないわね。